Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome in for your weekly reading for October 24th through October 31st. Happy Halloween next week. I am Joy Giovanni, Joyful Medium. I help people get clear messages and guidance from loved ones who have already crossed over to the spirit world or from their own souls about their own lives. This week's reading really has a theme of choices, of really making some clear decisions to set us on either a new path or further down our existing path. So let's dive in. It's a lot of big energy this week, but a lot of these choices are about assessing and about a lot of these cards are about assessing and choices and changes coming about. This first card is no exception. This is this Nine of Pentacles. Now, nines represent when we're almost at the end of a cycle. We're actually in a 9-year right now, as many of you might know. But in this Nine of Pentacles, if you look at this figure in the card, she is looking at everything that she is reaping from the seeds she has sown. She has some fruit growing, or tomatoes, which are also a fruit. She's holding a vegetable. So her harvest is coming about, right? She's planted some seeds, she's been tending them, she's growing what she's planted and what she's been paying attention to, but she doesn't look entirely excited about this. So this indicates that we have some choices to be made around what we're growing, right? What we're putting our attention towards, what seeds that we're planting that we're going to want to be sowing later. So maybe just pausing to take stock, to evaluate. Like we said, her garden's growing really well. She's going to have a beautiful harvest, but is there something missing? Is there something she wished she planted that she hadn't? Is there something that's not growing the way she thought it would that needs to either be gently and lovingly pruned out or something new planted in its place? So this is about choices, about evaluating what we're doing and where we've come so far and what we're wanting to create, shift, change, or do more of going forward. Now, this next card, actually all the rest of the cards are major arcana, which means bigger themes of our life, bigger life purpose issues, right? Bigger collective changes and shifts. Whereas this Nine of Pentacles really has to do with evaluating in our own life. The star is letting us know that in a bigger picture way in our life, one, we're being asked to be a little bit more in balance or ebb and flow. If you notice, she's pouring onto the water and onto the earth. She's got a foot or a knee on each. And this is reminding us that we are being guided. Think of that North Star, where even when we can't visibly see it, it's still there. But this tempering, right, this pouring out onto two different places is reminding us that sometimes we have to focus on more than one thing at a time. We do have to focus on our earthly life. Plus, we have to focus on our emotions, our relationships, our personal development, and that will move along things we're trying to create in this earth. But we are being guided. We do have a guiding light, a guiding star, so to speak, right? We have our loved ones on the other side. We have our guides, our angels, if that's part of your belief system. But you're not just floating aimlessly alone as you go through this existence. You do have some support as you're making these choices and decisions. Now, this next card we've seen recently, this is the Death card. Again, a major arcana card. But just like we talked about last time we saw this card, if you look at this garden, we all know that when we're gardening, right, sometimes things need to fade away, or one crop has run its course and needs to be removed so that something else can grow in its place. So that's really what this death is about: transition, transformation, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be about like literal death, right? It can be figuratively more about release, transformation, transition. And that really is this theme of the week: making choices, some things falling away, other things growing in their place. Now, we really are being asked to heavily evaluate with whatever is showing up, whatever's falling away for you, whatever is in transition, transformation, whatever's changing before your eyes. We're being asked to do a lot of self-evaluation about our own lives, about what we're focusing on, what we're putting our attention towards, what we're growing in our proverbial garden. This next card is the Lover's card. And often people mistakenly think that this card is about soulmates or relationships. And while while in a personal spread that's more directly about you as an individual, it can be that depending how it comes out. In a general reading like this can be about not only our relationships in the world, but our relationship with ourselves, understanding our own values, making choices. Literally, this card is about making choices, about what we are attaching ourselves to in this lifetime. Are you attaching yourself to outcomes? What are the values that you're taking through the world as you do your work, as you spend time with friends or family? Really taking a good hard look at how we're showing up, if it's an integrity for who we are and what we want to be sowing in the garden of our life. Now, if you look, there's a big, beautiful angel rising up into the night sky with these big, beautiful red wings. And we are going to see a different version of that same angel in this next card, this judgment card. So this is the 20 card, reminding us that we don't have to be harsh on ourselves as we're coming to these choices, these realizations, as we're really taking a look at our values and what we're tending to in this garden of our life. We can make these determinations from a soul place, from an evolved, bigger picture perspective in our lives. We're not required or asked to be perfect, but we're asked to keep showing up, to keep tending, to keep working on ourselves. So where are you working on yourself? Are you doing any personal growth and development? Are you really expanding on your values? Are you deepening your understanding of what you believe and why? Or are you just glossing across the surface as you go through this life? Are you deepening the relationships in your life? Are you intentionally choosing what and whom are for you and what is not? Sometimes we can get swept into conversations or situations or positions that we don't intend to be in. It's our responsibility to continue to evaluate and intentionally choose based on our own personal values and what we're intending to create more of. And it's okay to weigh and measure those things in your life right now across the board in every area of your life, for what is working, what is no longer serving you, what it is time to release, the choices you want to make so that you can grow the garden you intend in this phase of your life. Let me know how this is showing up. Like I said, this is some big energy this week. What choices are coming across your path right now? What are you feeling like needs to be evaluated? What values of yours have been weighing heavy on your heart that you need to expand or dive more into or really practice in a real way? Let me know how this is showing up for you this week. And if you haven't already checked out my podcast, Spirit Speakeasy, you can find it wherever you get your podcasts. I would love it if you did. You can also watch the video version on my website, joyfulmedium.com, in the blog section, or on my YouTube channel, Joy Giovanni Psychic Medium. So that is probably where you're seeing these weekly readings as well. And I would love it if you would join me for the Spirit Speakeasy podcast. Big hugs, lots of love. Really excited as we continue into this final phase of our 9-year. What choices are you needing to make right now?